How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Mortal Kombat. In today's episode, we're playing as Raiden, or is it pronounced Raiden, like in Metal Gear Solid? The Metal Gear Solid, they got
Disappoints me to see
Raiden,
Save your pity.
but no, I think it's
I will
Raiden.
have an
Everybody calls him
audience with
Raiden.
Quan Chi.
You may address me. I
Scorpion,
will inform
that's
you.
so on the nose to have a
Is
fucking
this why you
scorpion
chose
on
not
your
to
nose.
save your family and clan?
Are you fucking kidding
To
me,
maintain
Scorpion?
your place at his feet?
Do not talk.
I like how
of my
the
family.
Scorpion's Revenge animated movie, which was actually really good, explained why Scorpion has that nickname. Because I don't know, there's something about how he survived like a scorpion or whatever the fuck. Oh yeah, look at the length of this episode. Pretty fucking long. Ah, Jesus. Not gonna lie, I really wanted to finish this Let's Play this week and start my San Andreas Let's Play. But now, it kind of seems like I'm not gonna do that.
Fight.
Now it kind of seems like I'm going to have to finish it tomorrow, and I wanted to finish it last week, but that didn't work out either. I'm probably gonna do the final episode tomorrow. And maybe I'll do fucking San Andreas the same day, or maybe I won't, because there will be some, that'll be PS Plus games, so maybe I'll download that. Maybe that's the thing I should do. Yeah, there's PS Plus games coming out tomorrow, and one of them is Persona 5 Strikers, which is really cool, because I never played that. I played Persona 5, and I beaten it, and was my favorite game of 2017. But I didn't play Persona 5 Royale. But from what I know, it's like a reimagining of Persona 5, where they added like a chapter to the game, they added a new character, but the story's the same. I guess they just felt like adding a new character to the fucking story, and they were like, oh, it's a bit too fucking late, because we already made that game. Well, let's fucking make it again, and then add a character to it. It's like if the new Grand Theft Auto Enhanced and whatever just had a fourth main character, and the whole story was like revamped. Like there were missions with that character included. What do you think they're gonna add in the new fucking Grand Theft Auto? You know what would be kinda cool if they added? What if they allowed you to use all of the items from Grand Theft Auto Online? You would get them for free in the normal game, the single player portion, because they used to do that on PS3, like whenever they released a DLC item, that item was also available in the single player game. But then they fucking stopped doing that, and I was really mad about that, because in the online, like if I wanted a new pistol, and I didn't know even how it worked, was it any good, was it worth the money, and I just had to kind of like guess, and not to mention they were fucked up expensive, because everything in Grand Theft Auto Online is super fucking expensive, that's why I really don't want to play it. Like on one hand, I would love to play some Grand Theft Auto 5, like some new missions, like the new DLC that came out that now introduces Franklin back into the fucking story. And I guess that's a canonical event of what happened to Franklin after Grand Theft Auto 5, even though I always imagine Grand Theft Auto 5 isn't canon. You could assume that what happens in Grand Theft Auto Online isn't canon. But what happened to Franklin after the events of 5, where he became like a big businessman, that's canon, right? Because you met Trevor, because I think Grand Theft Auto Online starts and it's like before the events of Grand Theft Auto 5, where all the characters are like you meet Lester and Trevor, but like for example Trevor doesn't know that Michael's alive yet. You never meet Michael online and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess it's not I guess it's like at some point in online, in the story of Grand Theft Auto Online, the events of Grand Theft Auto single player happened. Grand Theft Auto 5. That's kind of funny. Now what was I saying before? Before I went on this fucking weird rant about Grand Theft Auto Online? I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. I can't remember, guys. Lots of weird reports from Rockstar developers, and they've been talking about the cancelled Bully 2. But that doesn't mean that they are making Bully 2 or it got uncancelled. That's a game that already been abandoned, so they're probably not gonna fucking resurrect that. But they just simply shed the light on what could have been, you know? Like, this is a game they at some point worked on, and it was supposed to be Jimmy Hopkins at a summer camp, which sounds pretty cool. And yeah, they never made it. So I don't know what the fuck. I'd be more excited for Bully news if it actually fucking had like a new Bully game. And I really suck at Raiden, that's the thing. Raiden's the final character, this is the final episode by the way. And just like, I hate playing as him. It's not fun, especially out against Scorpion. It's really not fun against Scorpion, guys. Oh my fucking shin. I can't remember what the fuck I was saying. You know what sucks about this video being an hour long? That means it will render for really fucking long, and I wanted to play through Lego Batman, who my friend lended to me, but I think I'll need to download it anyway. Like, I'll need to get a different version of it. That fucking disc version that he gave it to me, that doesn't work exactly flawlessly. The disc is a bit scratched up, it's an old fucking game we all used to fucking lend to each other, you know, so... The game works a bit fucked up, so I'm probably gonna get it from GOG or something like that. Or, you know, pirated, who the fuck cares? Travel's Tales will go out of business if I don't buy a fucking Lego Batman game. This is my, like, I don't know, like a thing I wanna do in 2022. I wanna, like, beat all the fucking Lego games, since there's a new one coming out that I actually wanna play. So there's Lego Complete Saga, which I already did. Lego Batman, Lego Hobbit, Lego DC Super Villains. I don't really want to do the Lego Batman 2 and 3, though these ones I'm not really interested in. Lego Lord of the Rings, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Harry Potter 1 and 2, Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars. That's another one I want to do. Now what the fuck else? Well, Lego City Undercover we did. Lego Worlds we also did. What the fuck else? I don't know. I guess there's also like Lego Star Wars sequel. There's Lego Star Wars Episode 7, I think Episode 8 also had a game, but Episode 9 didn't. Because instead of that, they're gonna include it in the Skywalker saga. I'm really curious how the fuck that will work. And will they include Rogue One and Solo? His sword's broke on his back, you saw that? Like for a second he only had one sword that he also put inside his other sword and then disappeared. And I'm like getting my fucking ass kicked. I'm looking at my gameplay and it's like I'm almost not doing any attacks. It's like I just stand and do nothing. It's like I'm allowing myself to just get beaten up. Raiden just sucks. Maybe I just enjoy listening to fucking Richard Epcar screaming in pain. That's the voice actor's name. He also voiced Bobobo in my favorite anime of all time. And I guess he also voiced Jigen from Lupin the Third, which is also an anime I like, but maybe not my favorite. I really like it, but probably not my favorite. Like Bobobo. Bobobo's just fucking ridiculous. You know what? Recently, I think I told you that story how a lot of Cartoon Network cartoons were available on like just some external sites with video uploads. There's this one I really like, and I'm not gonna name it, but whatever. And it had like a bunch of like Adventure Time cartoons. And well, I was pirating them from that website. It allowed you to do that. And I was like, well, I don't really feel like watching Adventure Time now, but maybe at some point Adventure Time will just be unavailable to watch on that website, like Cartoon Network will delete it. And then I already have it downloaded on my computer. And that exact thing happened because I was actually in the middle of like pirating Regular Show, which is another cartoon I would really like to catch up with. And I was about to download season 2, and I found out that it's not on the fucking website anymore, and none of the fucking Cartoon Network cartoons I had pinned in my favorites to download later. What the fuck am I doing with this fucking hand raising thing? What am I fucking dancing? So stupid and fucking dumb. Look at the picture of Scorpion to the right. It looks a little bit like what he looks like in the game right now, except like way fucking cooler. In the game he looks kind of shittier. Yeah, and what did I want to say? Oh yeah, and well, have all of Adventure Time, but I was really hoping to do a Regular Show too. Kind of sucks. I was gonna like get Chowder to Kids Next Door, Samurai Jack, something else. Oh yeah, Jigen appears in Samurai Jack in one of the episodes, which is actually really interesting. I'm really trying to remember what the fuck was that fucking topic I was talking about at the beginning of this episode, and I can't remember now. I don't remember. I had an idea in my head before I started recording. Maybe I'll get some leftover alcohol for my fucking Witcher watch party that I did. And I'll drink it right here. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a shot every time I die. Every time I just lose a fight. Take a shot. You know what? Something I've been thinking about. So this year I've been doing the Crash Team Racing holiday specials, right? And next year I was thinking about Team Fortress, because there is a Halloween special in Team Fortress, and we do have a little bit of a Christmas special. And I guess I could do something where I play like 2 games on some really snowy looking maps, using like Christmas themed weapons. So it's a bit more Christmas themed, right? But then I realized, well, what the fuck do I do for like Valentine's or like Easter? There's no Valentine's or Easter themed levels, are there? I guess there could be like community made ones that might kind of work like that. Oh no, it's Quan Chi.
You seek an audience.
What's up?
I seek cooperation between Earthrealm and the Netherrealm.
I'll let you wear my hat.
Battle, are you?
We will
I think
prevail,
Raiden's like very
with the
sensitive
Netherrealm
about his
fighting
hat.
on our side.
You lie poorly, Raiden. Earthrealm's defenses are overwhelmed. You have mere hours.
May hours. What you have
Name our
left.
terms.
It's good fucking Quan Chi impression.
I offer the souls of Earthrealm warriors who die in this conflict.
Uh-oh. Raiden, you shouldn't gamble with people's souls without their permission like that.
You
I don't know if they
travel
would.
here with other men's souls.
Not just others. I offer my own soul as well. If I die, you will have it.
How noble, Raiden.
I don't know if you should offer shit like that to Quan Chi.
Utterly pointless.
Uh-oh, he already has them. It's all your favorite... Wait, what the fuck? I don't remember
You see,
Nightwolf dying.
their souls are already mine. Shao Kahn's payment for Netherrealm's allegiance.
Uh-oh.
No, this was not meant to be.
So these are Revenants, if you remember MKX.
Now so
All the
shall
warriors that died in this game,
finish.
all these guys, they become Revenants
You command, my master.
in MKX, and they're just basically evil. And like, for example, Jax gets brought back to life. I don't remember how, but they do bring him back to life. We do a lot of fights in this stupid fucking place. The hell pit, I guess. So here's what we have to do now. You might think like, oh, it's a cool one-on-one fight against Jax, right? That should be easy. Well, except I'm getting my fucking ass handed to me right now, but you know, it should be easy. It's not, but it should be. But what sucks about this, and I think it's honestly one of the worst fucking things in this entire game, is that you not only just Why did I get damaged by doing my own move? What the fuck? Are there like stage hazards right now? Did I get hit by like lava or some shit? Oh, I won. That was a close one. Why is it hand reaching for my ass? My balls? Look, with one health bar I have to defeat 3 enemies in a row. I didn't get my health replenished or anything. And now I gotta defeat Striker. And I'm dead. Nice. Nice fucking job. Thank God they never brought back Striker back to life. Striker just suffers as a fucking undead warrior. And you know what? Fuck Striker. I hope he suffer eternal damnation and never comes back to life. I hate him. He sucks. Nobody likes him, really. So yeah, fuck Striker, that's all I have to say. That's all I will ever have to say. I really hate this episode being this long. Now what you're saying, I could have cut out all my failures and I could have cut out, speed them up or something like that. You know what, now that I think about it, I really could. But I didn't do that. Because I'm a moron. And a piece of shit too. Now my back. Somebody asked me whether this game comes in Indonesian in the comments. Like, does it have a translation?
Raiden wins. Round 1. Fight.
Like, specifically to Indonesian. I don't know if it does. I don't really remember any Mortal Kombat game. No, I guess X and 11 had like some different language options, but probably had Indonesian, but I'm not sure about this game. I guess check. I said no, but I didn't even look it up. Okay, 9. Jeez. I mean, there's a question is how do I change the language, but I want to look up is
Round 1.
not Mortal Kombat X. I specifically typed in Mortal Kombat 9.
Cabal wins. Flawless victory. Round 1. Fight!
I have a Spanish dub. Somebody on Steam forums is asking how to disable the fucking dub. Apparently the Spanish one sucks. I don't fucking feel like looking it up. All available languages. I'm just getting questions how to change the language, not all available languages. Whatever, am I doing any better? I'm doing slightly better. I think the more aggressive I play, the better. Okay, I actually got Jax out of the picture. I love how I just punch him out of the screen. Like he just flies away. Fucking Striker, why didn't I know how to do that move when I played as you? Thank fucking God I never brought you back into a piece of shit. There we got Robocop in 11. Tried to shoot me, you saw that? Unprompted. I didn't do anything. I didn't do shit to him and he tried to shoot me. Like a good American cop. He pulls out a gun on me for no reason. Pull out a gun on that fucking Cerberus monster in the background, how about it? That's the dog from Harry Potter. The one that guarded the thing. The one who Hagrid apparently bought as a puppy and then it kind of grew up into being too big. I was talking about games that are coming out this year, and I think I pretty much talked about everything I'm actually looking forward to. This fucking sucks ass so fucking bad. But there is a lot of movies that are coming out this year. There's a Harry Potter movie coming out, which is supposed to be like a Dumbledore backstory movie. I'm not really interested in that, but I might be if it turns out to be good. That's the thing. I'll first wait to see whether the movie's good or not. If it's not, then I won't bother. But if it's good, then I'm probably gonna want to watch it. I didn't really watch the fucking Mysterious Creatures or whatever the fuck it was called. that fucking Harry Potter spin-off, where it's like,
Round one. Fight.
what the fuck was it called? Magical creatures and how to find them or something like that. There was like 2 movies and I never really heard positive things. I heard they were like whatever. Maybe if I was a huge Harry Potter fan, then I would probably go and watch them, but I didn't really care. Apparently Dumbledore is in this movie. Like he's like younger and shit. So maybe that's why there was like a setup for this Dumbledore backstory. And apparently the new Harry Potter movie called like Cursed Child or something like that, where Harry Potter is all grown up now, right? And he has his own child. It would be really cool if it was a setup for a whole new fucking Harry Potter story, where we now follow Harry's son. And we have a, you know how the first Harry Potter is like this like fucking nice children's adventure movie about Harry and all of his friends, all 2 of them, fucking going on these magical adventures that are really dangerous and scary kind of for a kid, like the giant spiders in the woods, pretty scary. I wish they did that, but now you kind of know that, oh, this is Harry Potter's son. That'd be cool. You know, like a new story for a new generation of kids.
Round one. Fight.
Because instead it's probably gonna be a bunch of people who grew up watching the old Harry Potter movies going to see this one instead of kids going to see the movie like I did in the fucking past, you know? When I first seen the fucking Harry Potter movie. I never seen it in theaters though, I seen it on TV, but it was still... It's like it was targeted for a little kid like me. And this movie probably not gonna be that. Or whatever, there's also the fucking Toy Story spin-off called Lightyear, and it looks awesome. And I really want to see what the fuck they're gonna do with the whole story about...
Fight.
Well, if I understood it correctly, the setup for this movie is that, you know, in the universe of Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear exists as a toy. The toy is based on a cartoon show, which also was a real-life cartoon show called Buzz Lightyear of the Star Command, and that cartoon show exists within the Toy Story universe, and that's what the toy is based on, right? But I assumed it was supposed to mirror like real life, and the Lightyear movie is what the cartoon show was based on. Because for some reason, like in the 90s and maybe 80s, there was a lot of like attempts to turn like fucking really like adult films into like kids shows. For example, Rambo has his own kids show, and there was a Mortal Kombat kids show, a fucking Mortal Kombat kids show, and a Rambo kids show. Can you guys fucking imagine like a kid watching these cartoons and be like, oh, I want to see the original movie it's based on, and then they go to watch it and it's kind of fucked up. Well, Mortal Kombat wasn't, I guess the cartoon wasn't based on a movie, it was based on the games. But back then, these fucking silly looking arcade games were actually, you know, scary, gory looking. They were pretty fucked up. Man, I got my ass handed to me. I fucking hate this fucking fight. Not to mention an even fucking more difficult fight's coming up after this. Oh yeah, that's what sucks about this. Not only do we have to defeat Jax, Stryker, and Cabal in a row, then we have to defeat 3 more characters in a row, at least. But at least they fucking refill your health. And then we have to defeat Shao Kahn, which is a pain in the ass. Probably the most difficult thing in this entire game. Yeah, so the way I understood this fucking Lightyear movie is that the movie was first, then we had the fucking cartoon show based on the movie, which was more appealing to the kids, and it's also canonical in Toy Story itself. I never seen the cartoon show actually. And then we had toys based on the cartoon show. So yeah, I don't know, Lightyear the movie sounds pretty cool to be honest. I really want to see it. I think Chris Pratt is voicing the fucking Lightyear or something like that. Which was another thing, like, oh, Chris Pratt is just voicing everybody this fucking year. He voices Mario. Oh yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I think I was talking about how Sonic the Hedgehog 1 people praise as like being amazing, but it's like, it's okay. It's alright. It's a serviceable kids movie. With Sonic in it. Sonic's cute. and funny as good enough. The second one has Knuckles in it, so maybe you'll get a little bit into the Sonic lore. For example, the Chaos Emeralds. There's a Master Emerald you can see in the trailer. Robotnik actually looks like himself. And if this movie follows the story of the games, then I guess Robotnik fooled the Knuckles into helping him. And Knuckles will end up being friends with Sonic by the end, but like kind of like rivalry way. So I imagine the third movie could easily follow Sonic Adventure's plot, where it's like maybe Robotnik finds that his grandfather, Gerald Robotnik, had this underground lab, and he finds it. For example, how they could do something how like at the end of the second movie, after Sonic and Knuckles defeats Robotnik, he gets stuck in like an underground lab. And he finds out that the lab used to be his grandfather's, and he finds the ultimate life form, which is Shadow. And then I guess you could fucking make a fourth movie where an apocalypse from the future is coming, and then you could have Silver in it. And then and Blaze, I guess.
May the Elder Gods watch over you.
And I guess Shadow would come back, and Mephiles and fucking Rouge would also get introduced, and then I guess at that point Knuckles would also be back.
You sealed our
I don't think it's a good idea. It's a bit fucked up. But if they really wanted to fucking make 4 of these fucking movies, then I guess they could fucking follow that plot. But then I feel like the human characters, like the movies, get a bit longer for fucking stories that complicated. Like, I think they should abandon the fucking time travel aspect of it all, but like they could fucking bring back... And maybe they should also like get rid of fucking Iblis and just have Mephiles being the bad guy, and also Silver and Blaze are like kinda bad guys because they think Sonic is evil. And I guess Shadow's fucking back. Who knows, maybe fucking at that point the cop character is like a special agent at that point, and he works with Gun alongside Shadow. Didn't Shadow in the Sonic X cartoon had like a human partner? That would be kind of fitting. I don't think he did. I think it was Rouge who had a human partner, but I think it would be kind of cool if it turns out that what the fuck was his name? Tom became a special agent, kind of like how Leon in Resident Evil was a normal cop until he became a special agent after the events of Resident Evil 2.
Round 1. Fight!
You know what? That's actually not such a bad idea. I should fucking write for Hollywood. Writes itself. And then after Sonic 06, Sonic plots kind of fucking abandoned the fucking being very complicated and full of story. It's like what, the fucking 5th movie would just be Sonic turning into a werewolf? That'd be kind of a fucking step down after such an epic story. Don't you think? And like Lost World introduced these fucking really dumb characters. I don't even know what the fuck their names were. Sinister Six or something. No, that's a Spider-Man fucking villains. But they sucked at. Generations, I guess, get that fucking time-altering thing. But then I just fucking described the plot of... Oh, I did really well. The plot of the fucking 4th one to be about time travel, where it's like, oh my god, he did a reflect thing. Where it's like, the bad guys come from the future this time. Also, there's a Sonic Prime, I don't know what the fuck is coming out on, but it's a show that's coming out. I suppose we could also this year get an announcement of a new Yakuza game, which would be pretty cool. Because they seem to have been coming out yearly at this point. So that'd be cool. And, I don't know, a lot of cool stuff coming from Sega. I was saying how this tomorrow I will get the PS Plus games, right? And one of them is Persona 5 Strikers. But Persona 5 itself, I have it, but it's unavailable to be recorded. Because you just like turn on the game and like the game doesn't let you fucking record it. It's like Sega said, fuck you, you don't record any of it. All of the game is a blocked scene. Which really pisses me off. Because I would love to make a Let's Play of Persona 5. Even if it's not the Royale version, which I don't even I don't know if that one is fucking available to be recorded.
Round
So is
one.
Persona 5 Strikers available for recording or is it not? I would like if it was, and it stopped fucking with me. Sega pisses me off with their fucking restrictions. They're like the only people who do that. Nobody else gives a shit. Only them. Oh shit. You guys like Sega? You guys are a fan of Sega? You think Sonic is great and Yakuza is a great series? Go ahead and look up Sega 2000 Isolation. That's a interesting little bit of lore about Sega for you. When Sega locked up their employees in their offices with no other people. And they only did that. I don't remember why they did that. They did that to like avoid some bullshit where it was like, oh yeah, we do have people working there, you see? There's like one person in each fucking floor. And they're not allowed to talk to themselves. To each other, I mean. I don't even know who the fuck's the third character to fight, because this fight is so fucking stupid and ridiculous. I hate it. Maybe I was doing badly because I just didn't have Raiden figured out. The Raiden just sucks, I hate him. I never liked playing as him. Not to mention in the story, Raiden is always like a fucking whiny asshole. He's always like, oh, but the elder gods, I wouldn't agree. You can't kill everybody and solve all the issues with violence. That'd be fucking awesome, and we can't allow that. I did it, and I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked now by, I don't know, Jade. No, it's Kung Lao. Never mind. Is there a third one of those where I have to fight Jade and like some other characters? Please don't say that's the case.
Kung Lao wins.
Now I'm gonna reset the recording. Hold on.
Round one. Fight.
Alright, I think it should be fine. I still didn't really figure out how to set the recording correctly, but it's fine. You guys ever, you know about these Japanese sweets? They're called, what the fuck are they called? Poki? Where it's like a stick of, like a stick with chocolate on it? Well, I'm eating the fucking thing. But it's my fucking region variant of it, but it's a stick like that, except it's way more crunchy, and it has salt on it. It's better in my opinion, not to mention that when you buy a Poke, it comes in like a small fucking box, and it's more expensive. This is cheaper, and it comes with a big fucking bag. I love them. They come with different things on them. Sometimes they come with pepper. I remember there used to be a pepper variant. I don't really see them in stores anymore because nobody likes them.
Wins.
And there's also the like seed variant where it just has seeds on it.
Round one. Fight.
That one's also good, but I like the salty ones. Also, this bag just kind of been sitting here for like 2 days because it's so fucking big. And I also have some fucking old fizzy drink I had sitting in the kitchen. That lost all its fizz, so now it just tastes like fucking... Well, it tastes bad. Yeah, so... There's also... that new DreamWorks movie that looks really awesome, called The Bad Guys, because it looks kind of like Lupin the Third, except they're furries. And I think I'm a furry, you know, guys.
Round one. Fight.
The 16 gigabytes of furry porn on my phone might indicate that I'm a furry, I don't know. I would say otherwise, but I don't know. Might think I'm joking. I'm not. Well, I'm joking about the size. I don't know how much it is. It's made up to 16 gigabytes. That sounds like a lot. Oh, what the fuck I was saying? We also got the Mario movie.
Wins.
Um,
Round one. Fight.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. I'm gonna look up like movies coming out in 2022. Oh my god, I couldn't spell movies any fucking more wrong. Movies 2022. Well, there's a lot of Marvel movies. There's Avatar 2 coming out? Are you fucking kidding me? Some Doctor Strange movie. There's a new Thor movie. Black Panther movie. Oh yeah, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. That's another one I would really like to see. Because the fucking Into the Spider-Verse was awesome. I loved it. I loved especially one little thing about it. Is that when I watched it on a website, there was a comment underneath saying how this movie is leftist propaganda and shit. Because I guess Spider-Man is black. Oh, I did it. And I was like, yeah, because, you know, New York is full of just white people. Shut up with the Elder Gods. They clearly don't fucking care. You've been to the Elder Gods last episode and they just told you to like, oh, fuck off, right? We don't care.
Mortal Kombat may Shao Kahn merge the realms, lest he face the judgment of the
I don't think they care.
Lest he face the judgment of the Elder Gods. He must
Who must win?
It is you who face judgment, Raiden.
Oh, Shao Kahn must win, right?
Thank you, Quan Chi. I now know.
Uh-oh, I gotta beat them too. Thank fucking god I didn't. That's the Uncharted movie. Uh-oh. I gotta fight Shao Kahn. Why would Shao Kahn put his throne on top of some random building?
Back from the nether realm empty-handed, I see.
Great fucking job, Raiden.
Liu Kang, I now realize what we must do. We must allow Shao Kahn to merge the realms.
That is insane.
It does sound insane.
The Elder Gods forbid it without victory in Mortal Kombat. When he does, the Elder God's fury will fall upon
The
him.
Uncharted movie looks
Defeat
kinda
Shao
shit.
Kahn before the
Not
merge
gonna
is
lie.
not temporary.
Like, none of the characters
He will
look like they
return,
look in the
bringing
games.
Armageddon. I have foreseen it.
But if it's a
Not
fun
Raiden.
fucking action movie, then fuck it. I guess I'll be okay with it. Maybe it'll be the case like with the fucking Sonic movie where they didn't get Robotnik to look like Robotnik until the second movie. Because from what I've seen on the trailers,
Do as I say. Have
it's
faith
not
in
until the very end of the movie where Sully gets a mustache and his iconic shirt and a revolver.
I cannot let you fight Shao Kahn.
So throughout the whole movie he just looks normal,
Are my
and then
enemy.
fucking Tom Holland looks...
Round
I mean, I guess he looks like younger Nathan Drake, but like fucking... That's not what I wanted. Not a young Nathan Drake. So there's a new Batman movie where Riddler is the main bad guy. Pretty cool. Really want to see it. Looks awesome. There's a Scream movie apparently. Oh, I was just talking about that. The Secret Beasts and how to find them or whatever. There's a new one coming up apparently. Another Minions movie. Another fucking Hotel Transylvania movie. Don't care about those really. A Flash movie, Black Adam movie with The Rock. Another Aquaman movie. Still haven't seen the first one. Halloween Ends. But the way Halloween Kills ended, I feel like Halloween Ends is gonna just go all out and it's gonna be insane. Halloween Kills I liked, but there was like a couple of weird things. How like Jamie Lee Curtis didn't do shit in it. Top Gun Maverick, which my friend has been really looking forward to for like a couple of years now. I think it was supposed to come out in 2019, and it still haven't came out. Mission Impossible 7, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Excuse me, what the fuck? How did I never heard about that? Puss in Boots 2, the spin-off to Shrek. It's a sequel. Oh my god. Kidding me? 2022 is full of awesome fucking movies. I want to see all of them. Hocus Pocus 2? Holy shit. I remember when Puss in Boots came out, and I was super into Shrek as a kid. I loved the first one, the second one I liked, the third one I guess, not much. I really like the fourth one too, a lot of people don't like it, but I liked it. And there was also a spin-off, I think it came out after the third one, called Puss in Boots, and I loved that fucking movie. I was kind of obsessed with it for a while. I used to watch it like every fucking day. And now I find out that there's a sequel. There's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it honestly looks kind of shit. I never really cared for that franchise. Knives Out 2, I don't know, I haven't seen the first one. The Bad Guy, like I said, that looks really awesome. Untitled Mario film. Awesome. An Elvis documentary, I guess. And that's all the movies that Google told me about. So awesome, it seems like this fucking 2022 is full of awesome fucking movies coming out.
Wins.
Awesome, epic. One may say, dope.
Do not interfere.
You can go fuck yourself and stay down. The fucked up helicopter in the back looks kinda like something out of Uncharted 2. Speaking of Uncharted, Uncharted 1 was supposed to be the series that would come out instead of this one. But I was like, you know what, I wanna finish, I wanna do this before I do the Mortal Kombat X Redux Let's Play. Raiden, you killed Liu Kang, you fucking idiot. Why'd you do it? Oh my god, he's fucked up, he looks like bacon.
This was not meant.
Maybe you shouldn't have zapped him.
What did you do?
For a wise elder god, Raiden, you done nothing in this game but mistakes.
Forgive me.
Yeah, for real, it's kinda hard to take you seriously, Raiden, when all you're doing in this game so far is fucking everything up. Kind of a failure. How about we roast him and eat him with eggs? Uh-oh, it's Shao Kahn, the final boss fight.
Come on.
Who's a huge fucking pile of shit to beat. Remember the first time we fought him as Liu Kang? And we actually defeated him, except that he pulled through after being stabbed through his chest. Why is he bowing?
Raiden, you have come to your senses.
Earthrealm citizens suffer. Further resistance serves no purpose.
All these ages you have fought me. You denied me my rightful claim. Not this time.
Uh-oh. Oh no, it's like Armageddon. Except you look way cooler in Armageddon.
The Elder Gods fear me now.
I wanna play like the older Mortal Kombat games at some point. Maybe I will once they're like get re-released, which probably they won't because nobody cares about them. Maybe I'll play them, I don't know, on some emulator. Uh-oh. There's a fly in my room, are you fucking kidding me? It's the middle of winter. It's a fruit fly. Also the weather's so fucked up, you know? It's like on Christmas it was nice and snowy, beautiful, and now New Year rolled around and the first fucking thing is a fucking never-ending rain. And it just sucks ass. You know what's funny about 2022? The original Doom happens in 2022, and also, what the fuck is his name? From the Jetsons. He's also born in 2022. It's a giant combo. We're gonna get John Jetson, or whatever the fuck his name was, and demons are gonna invade Earth. That's cool. I should join the Doom Marine squad. Maybe I'm the Doom guy, I don't know it yet.
I have won.
Yes. You.
Come on, Raiden, kick his ass.
Now
Don't fucking end this game on a fucking... Fuck off with this stupid ass fucking fly piece of shit. I cleaned my fucking computer yesterday. I gotta fucking smear it all over with my fucking fingers trying to kill this piece of shit. Trying to fucking fatality its ass. What's this? Oh no, it's sperm dragons. What the fuck is happening? Did the Elder Gods just granted me power just so I can defeat Shao Kahn?
You violate our will, Shao Kahn. You merge realms.
Well, I guess Elder Gods really did give a shit.
Our penalty is clear.
Why are they attacking him through Raiden? Are they implying that Raiden stands no chance against Shao Kahn unless he has help from the Elder Gods?
An anemic effort from ineffectual deity.
Uh-oh.
Today, I become the Elder
I don't like
God.
this.
Round
Look at that
one.
cool dragon in the background. I guess they are implying that I'm getting help from the Elder God. Look how little damage I take. I mean, how little damage I deal. This sucks ass. This is the worst fight in Mortal Kombat history. Not even like the corrupt Shinnok from MKX was as hard. You even fight Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat 11 at some point, and it's still not this difficult. Chronica, well, depending on who you play as, could be pretty difficult. Well, with Chronica, where this is happening, huh?
Round 2. Fight.
I don't know where it is. Nowhere to be seen. I fucking love these screams he does when he attacks. They're so funny. Also, what the fuck is Chronica doing for real, like right now? Just chilling? Doesn't care? I guess why would she? What I was gonna say is that Chronica's design always cracks me up because she has a golden mohawk. It's really silly,
Shao Kahn
in my opinion.
wins.
Well, this is one of many failures I'm gonna face against this fucking asshole.
Fight.
I think at some point I even fucking paused the game just to look up how to beat him. I got so fucking mad at some point. At least I have Captain Bomb in the background. Oh my god. Pussy in my crack. What am I... What was I gonna say?
Shao
I
Kahn
forget.
wins. Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, I kinda got that kind of space enough right now. Yeah, I don't know, all the movies kinda talked about. I'm surprised about the Puss in Boots too. On the poster that they shown, it seems that Puss in Boots now has kids. I guess he's the only fucking main character of Shrek who didn't have kids. I don't know what the fuck is with DreamWorks' obsession about having kids in their movies. But one of the kittens is gray, and from what I remember, there was a gray pussycat in the fucking first movie, so I guess they smashed at some point and they had kids. Antonio Banderas is playing Puss in the Boots again. I think he did the other 2 times. Like, DreamWorks is making the Bad Guys movie and they also have the Puss in Boots movie? It's like, these movies look completely fucking different. I mean, I guess they both feature walking animals and stuff, but like, they look so fucking different though. I think there's a reason why we got trailers of the Bad Guys and stuff, and everybody's been saying how it looks awesome. And we still didn't have a trailer for this. This is like a DVD release, like it doesn't release in theaters. That's what it kind of seems like one of those Disney sequels. You guys ever knew that Little Mermaid had a sequel? Aladdin had a sequel? Actually, the Aladdin sequel was okay, and the Lion King sequels were pretty cool. But like all the other sequels were fucking shit. Like Little Mermaid sequel was fucking shit. The funny thing about these sequels is that you can just like see the insane drop in quality between the two. Like Little Mermaid looks beautiful, beautiful backgrounds and everything. Then you watch the second one and it looks like a fucking bootleg. It looks like it's not made by Disney. It looks like it's made by some fucking team of 2 Chinese guys making it in their basement or some shit. You guys ever bought bootlegs as like a kid? Because that's kind of all you had. I bought a lot of bootlegs, especially bootleg toys. They were just like everywhere. Every fucking other corner had some little store going on where they had bootleg toys on display. Like bootleg Power Rangers. I always had bootleg Power Rangers, and they were such shit quality that I sometimes bought them specifically just to fucking enjoy them. They were so cheap and shit. You know, like I would buy one and then attach a firecracker to it and blow it up. That was fun. Fun stuff.
1. Fight.
I also had little cars that I would do the same, where I would like, that's the car for extreme stunts, because I don't feel bad if it breaks. The extreme stunts car. Oh, it's just spawn in my... Never mind. I'm gonna delete it. I was telling you about how The Witcher 2 season? No, The Witcher season 2. First of all, I don't really remember a lot what happened in... I don't remember a lot what happened in season 1. I just remember that season 1 was very confusing because it happened... Thanks, Shao Kahn, fuck shithead. Because it happened in multiple timelines at the same time. So we had like the backstory with Ciri running away. Then we had backstory where Ciri wasn't even born yet, and we'd shown that that Geralt is the one who saved Ciri's parents, and that's why he had the right to take Ciri into Kaer Morhen and turn her into a Witcher, basically. I don't really know if Ciri was ever a Witcher. Was she just like half Witcher? Like she never went through the proper mutations to become a full-fledged Witcher, but she did get like Witcher abilities and shit. I'm not sure. And yeah, The Witcher season 1 I didn't really like. I don't remember anything about it, to be honest. I just remember like scenes, but I have no idea what the fuck the context to them was. And I kind of want to rewatch it. Season 2, on the other hand, it kind of follows the fucking like a normal story that isn't fucking going from the past to the future, and we don't have a bunch of flashbacks and shit. So it's not as confusing, so it's already way better in my opinion. Even though a lot of people who are familiar with the books and know what the fuck the story of The Witcher in the books is about are complaining the fuck out of this season. That it's inaccurate, sucks ass, and it's horrible. I think, like I don't know the books, I never read them, so I didn't really complain all that much. But I think what happens at the end of season 1, because they're talking about it, a lot of people think Yennefer is dead. I don't know why, but they do think that. So it's like Geralt has Ciri, because they ran into each other at the end of season 1. And they're going to Kaer Morhen. But on their way to Kaer Morhen, they stopped by like a pretty big house where this guy who's a hog, he's like a hog, werehog, except he's not a hedgehog, he's like a hog, you know, as in a wild pig. So he's a werehog, and if he's been cursed like that, he's also immortal, so he has to live forever in this hideous form, which I don't think he looks that bad, to be honest. I think he looks kind of friendly. That for all everyone's a dick to him, that's why he kills people or something. Actually, I don't know if he even kills people, but like at the beginning we shown people trying to stop by where he lives and they get murdered. And it's implied that he did it. That's why this whole episode is kind of like, oh god, is he gonna kill Geralt and Ciri who stopped by his place? They really needed a place to stay. They've been sleeping in the fucking woods for a while. So yeah, they get fucking... You know, they come over to his place. He's very friendly, very nice. He does magic tricks to them and shit. And he just basically gives them a lot of food. The episode looks really nice. Like his house is really cool, very atmospheric, I guess. There's something weird going on in his house. Like clearly the Hogman, I forgot his name, is hiding something from Geralt and Ciri. Also, I might speak about the fact that I think Henry Cavill as Geralt looks awesome, and I really gotten used to his look. I think he looks great. But Ciri, I don't know, maybe it's just the beginning. She looks, well, really beautiful. I think this is the time where I'm looking up how to defeat Shao Kahn MK9, because I swear to fucking god, I was losing my fucking mind at this point. Keep in mind I had to defeat the previous fucking fights too. Liu Kang was pretty easy though. Yeah, but I think she actually gets a little bit more looking like a warrior girl. Because she does not look like very warrior-ish in this episode. She looks like a little princess. So I can't really see her fighting monsters, to be honest. With a big, nice dress and long fucking pretty hair. There's like a torture sequence which is pretty messed up. Where they like a wizard shoves their fingers into somebody's brain. And we have Yennefer side plot going on where she lost her magic powers and now she teams up with, I forgot what her name was, another witch who's also an advisor to the Nilfgaard armies, who also later in this season team up with the remaining armies of the elves, because I guess the elves lost and they're like scattered all around, so they just simply team up with the Nilfgaard against the Redania or whatever the fuck they're called. I'm really not familiar with the Witcher world, to be honest, with the history of what the fuck's going on in Witcher. Because I only played the third one. I do want to play the second one and the first one. The first one might suck the most, to be honest, but I really want to play those. And yeah, I don't really know how I feel about the story. Not to mention that the books themselves, they mostly focus on Geralt and his adventures, so we don't really get like a lot of backstory. Like we don't really get what the fuck is the world that The Witch takes place in, and what the fuck its backstory is. Unlike like in some other fantasy franchises such as The Elder Scrolls or I don't know what the fuck else. But what's interesting is that at the very end of this show, there's an advertisement for something called The Witcher Blood Origin, which seems to be something like Witcher Season 0, where it's supposed to be like a prequel, I imagine. I mean, it has Origin in its name, I imagine it's supposed to take place in the past. And they probably did that just so they don't have to fucking have any characters from the books like Geralt. But what the fuck, why would anybody watch a Witcher show with no fucking Geralt in it? Unless they actually have a Witcher in it, that's just cool. I got a feeling they're gonna fuck it up. You know, cause everybody hated this season. I'm not very confident that a spin-off show is gonna be fucking... what's gonna please the fans of The Witcher. And the thing is, I remember that everybody really fucking loved. I mean, I didn't like it, but people were like very into Season 1, and Season 1 performed really well. To the point where the game, Witcher 3, was like the most played game on Steam for like a while when the Netflix show came out. Did Season 2 achieve the same success? I hope so, because I actually do want to see more Witcher content. Even though it's from Netflix, but like I said, I don't really mind a lot of shit people complain about. I think it looks good. I think it... I'll say that much. The second half of this fucking season gets really boring. There's like a lot of fucking talking. And even what they're talking about is not very interesting. So it turns out that the Hogman was hiding something, and there's a creepy, cute girl living in his house. And she's the one who gave Ciri like a pretty dress. And it turns out that the reason why there's a cute girl living in his house is because she's a monster, but he's a monster too. So they kind of have a relationship now going on, except he keeps her secret, because as much as he's a friendly monster, she's not really friendly all that much. She's more creepy. And she feasts on flesh. And because the Hogman is immortal, she can feast on him as much as she wants, because he will just come back to life. That's kind of the weird fucked up relationship they have going on. Not gonna lie, I wish I had a girl who wants to feast on me too. Especially if she was a cat girl. Well, she wasn't a cat girl, she was like a bat girl. That's even more fucked up. I mean, not that being a cat girl. Yeah, so Geralt fights the evil girl. The scene where he impales her with a spear, and then she like bends her entire fucking body around, like her arms just start going the other way. That was pretty messed up, and her face was pretty terrifying. She kind of looked like Melina with her open mouth, and she also screamed like Sindel, which was also pretty cool. Look how much damage he dealt to me with that one fucking X-ray. If he ain't cheating, then I don't know what the fuck. It's a piece of shit. I hate this fucking game. I hate this fight. I like this game up until where it gets fucking hard. Actually, I don't think it was Geralt who impaled her on the spear. I think it was the Hogman. I think he impaled her because he just wanted to like stop her from getting killed, because he knew she's also a monster, so I guess she wouldn't die from being impaled. But then Geralt cuts off her kid, and then the Hogman turns back to normal, and he screams about how he wants to die because his life is miserable. Oh yeah, he tells us that the reason he's cursed to be a Hogman is because he at some point, at the like low point in his life, joined up with like a gang, and they raided a church or something like that, and a priestess cursed him to become a Hogman. But then he later reveals to us that not only he raided a church, he also raped the priestess. Pretty fucked up. The episodes are really fucking long, by the way. This one's like an hour long. And yeah, and episode 2 is where it like actually gets a little bit more like kinda like start to piss me off, like even me, who, like I just said, didn't really care about the plot that much. Yeah, episode 2. What the fuck happens in episode 2? Well, they go to Kaer and they finally reach the place. Yennefer and that other witch go to a place that I can only describe as a Jedi temple. Fucking looks like a Jedi temple, and I guess they run into these elves, who they later help unite with the Nilfgaard so that they can fucking fight together, I guess. Because the elves are very scattered and stuff like that. Kaer looks fucking awesome. I'll give him that much. He looks like a really cool fucking place in the mountains.
Shall come wins.
With the fucking imagery of these mountains and big fortresses, I actually kind of felt like, man, I would watch a fucking Elder Scrolls show. That would be cool. I think they're making a Halo show, but I don't really care about that much. Oh yeah, what are like shows coming in 2022? I don't know. There's a Sonic Prime show, I think, unless it's coming in 2023. I'm not sure. And there's also, I don't know what. I guess there's still Book of Boba Fett, there's Obi-Wan Kenobi, The Bad Batch. There's a bunch of Star Wars shows. But like other franchises, I'm not sure. There's a Halo one, but I don't really care about that. So they go into the Kaer Fortress. Now we have two familiar Witchers. There's Lambert, who in this version of Lambert he has a long fucking curly hair, which is not at all like he looks in the game where he has short black hair. This one he has ginger fucking curly hair. And he's like a jokester, and he's keep telling jokes and acting silly. And he's like nice friends with Geralt. There's also someone called, I don't know what the fuck his name was. With a D. Dagon? He's like a bald one. Vesemir is in it. Vesemir was my favorite part of this season. Because he appears in it like very often. He's just a cool character. I really like him. There's also all the no-named Witchers, which you kind of expect they're gonna probably die at some point, and they do. But interestingly enough, not all of them die by the end. Lambert and the other guy survive. I'm assuming they probably want to expand on them later in the story. But there's a lot of witches in the background who are like not named. They don't have names. They will never find out what their names are. And they die, but not all of them. There's like 2 left by the end of the show. So I'm curious if they're gonna try to like expand these guys too, like they have names and stuff. Or are they just gonna go on their own fucking adventures and we're never gonna see them again? Because you could have easily explained like, oh, why are these guys gone? Well, you know, they just went. The winter's over. Because that's how they explain Kaer that witchers come to Kaer to wait the winter and also regain their strength, so that I guess when spring rolls around, they can go out and, you know, hunt monsters again for money. But, you know, they say that, but like nobody really cares, I guess. They could have just used that excuse as to why the fuck everybody's gone. Even Vesemir could have lived like that, even though I think at this point he's not really going around hunting monsters. I think he's just staying at Kermoran, taking care of it. And Axel shows up. They seem to have fucking traded personalities with Lambert. He looks kinda shitty too. Like, I don't know, I don't wanna be a dick to the actor playing him, but he looks ugly. And not ugly like Eskel in the games where he just has a lot of scars on his face, but you can kinda tell that he's a very nice guy. Because Eskel's the one who's like really nice, and he's kinda like not a dick. Unlike Lambert, who's a dick. Eskel's like a nice guy. Oh yeah, in this Eskel's acting like a dickhead. Keep shitting on Siri for what the fuck she's doing here. Siri's doing her training and shit like that. Blah blah blah. I know there's an explanation to why the fuck on earth would the witches do so many spins and jumps when they're fighting with a sword. It's like an actual explanation why they do that, but I don't really fucking remember what the fuck was it. Yeah, like a training montage and shit. Eskel's being a dick. Some other stuff. Some elf stuff. Yennefer has like a weird dream where she sees somebody who looks like fucking Palpatine. And stuff like that. So, yeah, there's a lot of fucking talking and boring shit. Oh yeah, Eskel, when he came back, he apparently explained that he was hunting a Leshen, which is like the man of the forest, right? Monster. And he said how he was hunting it for like 6 hours straight. And then everybody makes fun of him, like, why the fuck were you hunting a fucking simple to kill monster for so fucking long? I guess it's because, I don't know why the fuck he said that he was hunting this for the monster for so long. That does seems like something he should know, that it's not a professional a thing for a witcher to do, to take so long to hunt a simple monster. Even though Leshen doesn't seem like a simple monster, but they make it sound like hunting it is very simple. You just burn his heart. But probably getting to his heart is much harder than expected. So yeah, Geralt starts like inspecting the arm that Eskel brought with him. And he finds out that the arm is like weird and not unlike any other Leshens he met. And then he goes into the main room, and there's a bunch of whores and a bunch of tits and asses in the frame. Very nice. Bunch of titties. Surprisingly, Vesemir's okay with a bunch of whores running around Kermoran. I guess he tries to explain that, you know, the witches kinda deserve some fucking fun to get. So Eskel brought a bunch of whores into the fucking Kermoran, and now they're having a party. And Geralt's not okay with it, I guess. But Vesemir says something about how they drank something that they won't be able to remember how to get to Kermoran anyway, because Kermoran is supposed to be secret. That sounds like a shitty excuse, to be honest. Especially at the end of the episode where all the whores ran away and we don't really find out what happened to them. Like, even if they didn't die in the battle that happens later, do you think they got to a safe place through these fucking cold mountains? Or did they just like froze to death on the way there? So Yennefer and the elves and that other chick are in a Jedi temple. Then they find out about a witch who's very powerful and lives in some kind of interdimensional forest. And they go there. And now we have the swords from the game, which is pretty nice touch. I don't know why the fuck Geralt won't be using those. They look in fucking peak condition. I don't know why he's not using them. Not to mention, I think Geralt's using like a single sword in this series. I don't remember him using two. Like, there's a lot of scenes where I was focusing on the how many swords he has. He only had one. Which is how he had it in the books. He only had one sword, he only had two. That's something that the game expensive. I think when the game came out, people were pissed. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Why he's carrying the sword? I like that scene where Vesemir and Ciri are talking, and Vesemir explains some backstory. He brings up Dagon, I think his name was, or something like that, who was Vesemir's Witcher master from Night of the Wolf, or something like that. Which was the animated movie that a lot of people hated. I also kind of didn't like it all that much. But I really liked Vesemir in it because he was like such a dick. Just fun to know that this old wise man used to be even more cocky than Geralt when he was younger. Now I get some backstory to like the first Witcher, and there's like an armor set of him that he had, which has a helmet with horns on it. I wanna see that. I hope this fucking Witcher appears in that fucking Blood Origin or whatever. So Yaskill apparently was infected by the Leshen, because he has a fucking root thrown out of his back while he's fucking a whore in the laboratory. Nice. Then the witches ran into the... While they're in this fucking interdimensional place, they ran into a fucking hut on legs? That's a familiar story. I heard that story a million times as a kid. Through cartoons or just fucking people telling me that story. I'm actually gonna win or not? That'd be cool. If I finally fucking won for once at least. Hey, I won! Raiden wins. I don't think we heard that a single time. Dude, if I pull this off now, that'd be cool. You can kind of see how I reserved to using the most basic strategy against him. Just teleport behind him, uppercut. Might be a cheap strategy, but shut the fuck up. He's also using cheap strategies, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Yeah, so Yaskill throws into a Leshen, ruins the party, and they have a huge fight with him. It's pretty epic, except a lot of people complained about the fact that, you know, Yaskill's a fan favorite, and they immediately in the same episode he was introduced, they killed him. And the witches are having weird talks. Turns out the Palpatine vision wasn't Palpatine, it was actually Little Red Riding Hood or something. And they have these visions inside the hut. Like the other witch sees like an old lady, and the other witch, her name was Francesca or Frangilda or something. She sees like a knight, and they all have like weird talks. I don't really remember what the fuck they said. I don't really care. There's a lot of weird fucking dialogue in this fucking show that's hard to understand on the first viewing. And an old lady shows up, and I think she strikes a deal with Yennefer that Yennefer will get her magic powers back if Yennefer can somehow fuel her desire to fucking... Like the witch, the evil witch feeds on like people's misery and shit. So I guess Yennefer is tasked with killing somebody's child, which she at first intends to kill Ciri, but later she realizes that Ciri is far more important. Her death is gonna result in the end of the world, so she probably shouldn't fucking do that. Yeah, so they have this fight with Yaskill, who's turned into a Leshen. Kind of a bummer they didn't just save him or something like that. Pretty epic fight. And even Vesemir takes part in it, which is pretty cool, because I wasn't expecting this old man. What the fuck was that? This old man Vesemir? I got kind of scared, what the fuck? I wasn't expecting this old man Vesemir to actually partake in the fucking fight against the Leshen. Well, I almost fucking made it. Kind of a bummer. Why didn't I just reuse my tactic? Did he adapt it to that tactic or something? Maybe he did. Fucking kicking my ass. Or maybe I just couldn't pull off the teleport every time I tried it. Because I had to do Raiden's teleport to press down and up. But maybe I pressed it so fast I just kept pressing like down and back or something like that. So I kept fucking it up. Yeah, so they kill Yaskill. Bummer. They feel sad for 20 seconds. Then they hang his medallion on a tree full of medallions of other witches who died. That tree is full of medallions. And there's even a video game medallion with like a wolf head on it. I'll give him that. The flat medallions that they have in the show make much more sense than the fucking wolf head shaped medallions in the game. That just sounds like uncomfortable to have around your neck. Not to mention, yeah, I know what the medallions are for. They're supposed to detect monsters nearby, right? Having a medallion kind of a bad idea. Like someone could use it to fucking strangle you with it. You could get stuck on something and get fucking killed. And I gotta say, the fucking moment where like Geralt just hands Ciri a sword and they begin training while she's still in a big dress. Looks kinda dumb. Very like that part. Am I gonna fucking do it today or what? My throat kind of hurts from all this fucking talking non-stop. Over an hour. Over an hour of not shutting the fuck up. You know what? I don't think I will record anything other than this video today. I don't really feel like it. Maybe I'll stay quiet for the rest of the video.
Round 3.
Sounds like a great idea.
It's official. You suck.
Thanks, Shao Kahn. Such a dick. Yeah, the third episode, they're like fucking... I don't know what the fuck they were doing. They were just like hanging out. I guess he would be gone for training a bit more serious because she finally has a normal fucking outfit on. And doesn't look stupid. Then we get a flashback to when Eskel was alive, and I was like, oh, Eskel is fine. Oh wait, he's not, it's just a flashback. Nice, okay, cool. He's still dead, thank you. So they're trying to figure out how the fuck this happened. I think it's obvious how the fuck it happened. Obviously he got bitten by a Leshen or whatever, and he got infected with a Leshen virus and became one himself. To me it sounded pretty obvious, but they made it sound like, oh my god, what the fuck, how did it happen? Maybe it's not a common thing for a person to turn into a Leshen. Maybe Leshen's never infected anybody before. And we get a bunch of boring as fuck talking about politics. There's a bunch of wizards sitting in a circle talking about politics. Okay, I gave no fuck about them. Then we get some cool looking city. Also, in the first season, the bad guys were the Nilfgaard. No wait, the Redanian warriors. Actually, I don't know. Which fucking faction in season 1 had this like really ugly looking black armor that people made fun of that looks like a trash bag? Oh, I defeated him, nice. Fuck you, Shao Kahn. You piece of shit. I guess I was playing as the Elder Gods, not as actual Raiden. He was possessed by the Elder Gods. Well, fuck me, I guess. All my friends are dead, but at least I saved the world. What a bummer. And... yeah, I don't know, there's a bunch of fucking political talk. Yeah, so... the armor said... now we get... I think this is supposed to be the Nilfgaard warriors. And they got a much nicer looking fucking armor. They got like black and... no wait, silver and like gold looking armor with like a mask on. I said they look kind of like Sub-Zero. Except with a different color palette. Not exactly like Scorpion, more like Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero has a mask that looks like it. What the fuck's that sound in the background? What the fuck was I doing? Just fucking hitting my fucking computer? Look, Raiden restored
It is over.
the timeline to how it should be. But everything went to shit anyway.
Only at the gravest.
Yeah, everybody's dead. Bummer, right? It's a bummer. And so they gave
So many are
they
gone.
fucking went to like a cave and
Their
just
light has
put
sunk into the earth.
Eskel's body on like a stone.
I am
And I was like, is that how witches are buried? Just fucking
what
left
you had
to
to.
rot and to die
Take
and to
Rome.
be eaten by wolves? Wolves show up.
Horses in war
And we got a cool
are
hot tub scene with a bunch of cool sorceresses, and I was like, oh, please, fucking show us more titties.
Let us tend the fallen.
I heard
Then we must
that was
help
the
our
main
realm.
thing I heard about this season before
Our
going
work
in.
is
There's
only
much
just
less
beginning.
titties in this one. I guess we get plenty of titties last episode. And then we get some weird bullshit, some wizards fucking showing a fire demon doing a lap dance, and I'm like, what the fuck's happening? Oh, is Shao Kahn not dead? He's dead though. He never came back. He only came back in 11 from a different timeline.
Plan worked to perfection, Lord Shinnok.
Lord Shinnok. Uh-oh.
Shao Kahn was blinded by rage. How easily he was convinced that the Elder Gods would ignore his merging the realms.
I was convinced too, they didn't
Yet
seem
the
to give a
Thunder God
shit.
still lives.
No matter. Neither
I love how every
realm
time we,
nor
in the Mortal
outworld
Kombat, we get some villain who's like always
onslaught.
always like scheming and planning. There's always this one other villain who's like, oh, this villain was a fool, unlike me, because I'm really smart. And then Shinnok dies, and MKX, and MK11's like, oh, Shinnok was a fool. Thank God Cronika's not stupid, and she would never allow anybody to defeat her. Right? I get fucking credits, nice. High voltage software. Oh, the PC version, okay. The complete collection, spelled with K's. Yeah, there's lots of wizards in this fucking episode, which is pretty boring. There's also some guy in a fucking jail cell who Yennefer later saves, because they don't exactly trust Yennefer. I don't know why, I don't remember what the fuck's the reason they don't trust her. I like the thing where, like, Ciri's training with Geralt, and then Lambert and the other witches take her to, like, a proper training. They take her to this, like, big machine where she's supposed to be doing a bunch of, like, where she's going through, like, a course. And she's actually doing pretty good. Except she probably broke a bunch of fucking ribs when she was smashed with the fucking giant maces and stuff. And the wizard who tortured Yennefer doesn't even get, like, a punishment. He just explains, like, oh, well, obviously she shows up and this weird things start happening. I had to fucking interrogate her. Because I fucking care about a fucking circle of wizards and shit. Yeah, so this episode was cool still. There's like some weird thing that happens when they find a root in the fucking room where Ciri sleeps. And I was like, oh my god, is Eskel still alive as a root? Is he gonna come back to life? Or is the Leshen who infected him still alive? Bunch of weird shit that happens. And a bunch of weird like imagery. And they go to a forest. And they actually fight a Leshen. Who I'm assuming is the Leshen? You could have heard me yawn. Nice. You can kind of hear me in the background. I don't like that. I hope I didn't say anything. Yeah, so they find a Leshen, and he's missing an arm. And Eskel brought an arm last episode, so I guess Eskel fucking lied about defeating the Leshen. He didn't defeat it. He only cut off its arm and claimed to have defeated it. But he didn't, and he actually got infected by it, and that's why he died. Because he's a lying little bitch. Yeah, so Geralt pretty easily defeats the Leshen, proving that he's the only fucking Witcher who's good. Actually, no, that's not true. Leshen gets defeated by a different monster that shows up. It's like a big centipede that also kind of looks like it's a skeleton centipede with an scary face. And they fight it. There's a lot of cool imagery, reminded me of Lord of the Rings. Ciri's kind of doing really shitty. She's about to die. And then Geralt shows up out of nowhere and fucking kills the thing. And I guess carrying the fucking head of that monster is like a proof of something going wrong or whatever. I guess maybe the monster that they fought shouldn't, like it was thought to be extinct, or maybe it shouldn't appear in the region that they are in. So maybe that's what's weird about it. Yeah, and the wizards go to some kind of a weird fucking ceremony where they're about to behead somebody in front of like a king. Which I don't even know who the fuck are these king characters, to be honest. I got no fucking clue. Yeah, and Yennefer is the one who's supposed to do that for some reason. I don't know why they didn't just get an executor. They just fucking had... I guess it's like the ultimate proof of her being loyal to the fucking wizards. Maybe that's why so many people showed up to watch it. Yeah, so she sabotages the thing. They run away. That's kind of the episode's end. So it concludes with them running the fuck away. How long is this video? 4 minutes left. Let's turn on episode 4. Episode 4. I think this might be the point where this show gets like more boring. Triss shows up, and everybody complained about how Triss looks in season 1, how she looks nothing like Triss. She looks a bit more like Triss. They made her hair more ginger than just brown, because she just had brown hair last season. But now they made her more ginger, so she actually looks like Triss, and she's dressed in green. And she joins them on their way back to fucking Kaer Morhen. So now they have a sorceress at Kaer Morhen too, and there's like a I don't really know why the fuck she showed up there. She obviously has some fucking huge heart on for Geralt. Everybody kind of has. Can't blame them. So yeah, Yennefer and this fucking other guy she saved, who I have no fucking idea who he is. They're on the run. From who? From what? We get introduced to Dijkstra, which is a pretty cool scene where some two people are talking to the king of Redania. I believe that's who he's loyal to, Redania. And he kills them. Like, he straight up makes one of the guys just to obviously drink poison. He's like, oh, take a drink. And he takes a drink and die. But they are, like, about to kill him or something, so he, like, saw through their plans, and he's pretty cool. Like, you immediately introduced to him, and the first thing he does is kill somebody, and then makes the other person kill themselves. That's pretty cool. Pretty dope. Also, there's this reoccurring owl in this season, which we at the very end find out is another sorceress who's been under the owl form this whole time. Kind of weird, but also pretty interesting, I'd say. Yeah, so everybody's kind of chilling at Kaer Morhen. They're having a very nice dinner. Kaer Morhen seems like a nice place to be. Triss also is there. She's eating with everybody else. Pretty nice. Nice place. Not gonna lie. And then they go to the sewers to run away. I mean, Yennefer and the other guy, who I have no fucking idea who he is still. That's also my main issue with Season 1 and this fucking show. There's so many characters who get introduced and then I have no fucking idea who they are. And then they die. Yeah, so they go to the sewers and there's like an elf guy and like some other guy who I would rather not call him by the color of his skin, because that'd be pretty mean on my side. Yeah, so Yennefer, I mean Triss, I guess, showed up to Kaer Morhen to inspect the monster that he hunted, or whatever the fuck, and make potions. I don't know. She's there to do something. Like, I guess she wants to find out. Maybe she just wanted to meet Ciri. I don't know. Yeah, so in the sewers, everything goes bad. One of the people die, but they do make their way to. They do make their way to, like, outside, where they're about to run away, I think. And they got some kind of a falling out going on, or whatever the fuck, and they go to, like, a boat where the elf guy who abandoned the other guy is, and they kind of shit on him. And then we finally get reunited with fucking Jaskier, who's singing a very cool song called Burn, Butcher, Burn, which is obviously about fucking Geralt. And shit like that. Which that scene comes back later, and it turns out there was like a very important character sitting there, and Dijkstra gets a spy who's supposed to spy on the fucking Nilfgaard. And then there's a funny scene. People just for no reason the next day are such huge dicks to Ciri. Like, Ciri's waking up, she's greeting everybody, being very nice, and then Lambert and the other guy make fun of her. And Triss is like coming in their defense and stuff. Yeah, I don't fucking know really what the fuck happened in this. I think the episode's over. Shit. Ah, fuck. I didn't notice. Alright, see you fellas in the next series. Bye.